Last night, for a few hours, you did not exist. There were no thoughts and no sense of time. No one was home for anything to happen to. We have a gentle word for that blank. We call it sleep. The older and more honest idea is that sleep is death in miniature, and you just don't remember dying. Stay with me, because the science makes this worse than the philosophy ever did. Start with what actually happens when you fall asleep. For a long time, we assumed sleep was simple rest, the body idling, the brain on standby, waiting for morning. It is not that. In the deepest stage of the night, something closer to a shutdown takes over. Your neurons keep firing. Blood keeps moving. The machine is clearly still running. But the lights of experience go out. A neuroscientist named Giulio Tononi spent years chasing a strange question. Why does consciousness fade at all if the brain stays active the whole time? His team woke people from the deepest part of the night and asked what they had been experiencing. Again and again, the answer was nothing. Not darkness, not even the feeling of waiting. Nothing at all. They were not aware of themselves. They were not aware that anything existed. Tononi's explanation is that consciousness has little to do with how busy your brain is. What matters is how well its parts stay in conversation with each other. In deep sleep, that conversation falls apart. The brain breaks into islands that stop trading information, and the instant they stop, so do you. You are not resting in there. For that stretch of the night, in every way that counts, you are gone. Add it across a lifetime, and the figure is hard to sit with, around 26 years. A quarter of your whole existence spent as no one, which leaves a question you have never had to answer. If you vanish every night, why do you wake up so certain you are still the same person? The easy reply is that it is your body. Same face in the mirror, same hands, so it must be the same you. But your cells turn over for years without anyone feeling like a stranger. The body is not where your sense of self actually lives. 3 centuries ago, a philosopher named John Locke pointed at the real answer. What makes you the same person over time is not your flesh, it is memory. You are the same person this morning that you were last week because you can reach back and remember being them. The thread holding a self together is a chain of memories, each link tied to the one before it. Now look at what that does to sleep. Every night the chain gets cut, consciousness ends. Every morning a brain boots back up, reaches for yesterday, finds it and decides, that was me. The feeling of being continuous is built right there, in that reach. It happens after the gap, never across it. You do not ride through the night and carry yourself out the other side. You wake, you inherit a set of memories, and you assume they belong to one unbroken person. That assumption is doing enormous work. It is the only thing standing between you and a far colder account of what just happened to you. Because if memory is the only thread, the thread can be faked, and there is a place where we cut it on purpose, every single day, in hospitals all over the world. If this is the kind of thinking you want more of, make sure you're subscribed. There is a lot more coming. Think about general anesthesia. People call it being put to sleep. It is not sleep, and the doctors who do it will tell you so without hesitating. One of the field's leading researchers, a professor at MIT named Emery Brown, describes anesthesia as a drug-induced reversible coma. Sleep is something the brain does to itself, in cycles, with dreams folded in. Anesthesia is closer to cutting the engine entirely. And here is the detail that should stop you cold. Even a dreamless night leaves a faint smudge behind. You wake with some dim sense that hours went by. Under anesthesia, that smudge is gone. Researchers describe the sense of elapsed time as completely disintegrating. Ask anyone who has had surgery. They count backward, they blink, and they are awake. 4 hours felt like no time, because for them there was no time. For that stretch there was no experience, and no one there to have it. The clock moved. They did not exist to notice it move. We have built a machine that ends a person and restarts them, and we trust it so completely that we book it for a Tuesday morning. Now set the two facts side by side. Deep sleep dims you down, anesthesia switches you clean off. They sit on the same line, and that line runs straight at the thing we never say out loud. So let us say it. If the off switch is real, what exactly comes back on? Picture a teleporter. It scans every atom in your body, destroys the original, and builds a flawless copy on Mars out of fresh atoms, arranged exactly the same. The copy steps out. It has your memories, your laugh, your fear of spiders. It is certain it is you. It feels no gap at all. So did you travel to Mars? Or did you die in the scanner, while a stranger who believes it is you walks around wearing your life? A philosopher named Derek Parfit built much of his work on this question, and his answer was bleak. There may be no real difference between the two stories. The continuity of a self might be a fiction we are desperate to defend. Most people hear the teleporter problem and feel safe because nobody owns a teleporter. But you have been missing the obvious. You step into that scanner every night. Consciousness ends, the thread is cut. Hours later, a brain rebuilds the pattern out of memory and wakes up sure it is you, feeling no gap, because the one who might have noticed the gap is no longer around to notice. No continuous person slides through the dark from last night into this morning. There is the one who fell asleep, who ended. And there is the one reading these words, who started at dawn holding a dead person's memories and calling them their own. A philosopher named Thomas Metzinger argues the self was never a solid thing to begin with. It is a model the brain runs, a story it keeps telling, rewritten moment to moment. Stop running the model and nothing remains underneath. Start it again and a fresh telling begins that simply believes it is the old one. Which means the copy is not waiting on Mars. The copy is the one who woke up in your bed. Let that settle, because the arithmetic is brutal. If every night is an ending, then a person who reaches 70 has done this around 25,000 times. 25,000 small deaths. 25,000 mornings where someone new picked up the thread and ran with it, never doubting for a second. You cannot mourn any of them. The one who could grieve last night's version is gone as well, replaced by you who never felt the swap. Long before any of this science, Buddhist thinkers said almost the same thing. There is no fixed self traveling the length of your life. There is only a process, remaking itself instant by instant, with nothing solid at the center. They offered it as a road to peace. You can just as easily hear it as the most disturbing fact about being alive. The person who started watching this is not going to finish it, not in any way that survives the night. In a few hours you will lie down. The lights will go out and someone else will wake up tomorrow and step into your day without a flicker of doubt. Be a little kind to them. They are about to inherit everything you leave unfinished tonight. And here is the thread worth pulling next. If the self can end and restart every night and you would never catch it happening, how sure can you be that the world you wake into is the real one? That is where we go from here. Subscribe to Kairos. Think sharper, know faster.